This is Sean with Gate City Foundation Drainage. We are on a job today in Greensboro, so let's take a look at what we got going on here. This house had a bunch of flooding going on in the backyard here, and so they had a drainage system installed. Well, the drainage system ends right here at this pop-up emitter. So this thing, first of all, it's clogged, and it just erupts water right here. So this whole area is just a complete swamp. The neighbor, they had a drainage system installed, and it ends right here. And this is a very recent install too. So look at that. That one's also clogged, and it erupts water here too. And so there's just a huge amount of water right here. So this is another example of installing a drainage system but not solving the problem. And so that's why I always take water to a place where it's completely gone, instead of trading flooded soggy mud over here for flooded soggy mud over here. So what we have going on here is we have a culvert, and this is not very well thought out here. But what's going on here is this culvert goes across here into a drainage basin in the front, so we're going to tap into the culvert.
It looks like the only line, which I don't know what it is, it's a fiber line. So there's our fiber line, North States. So there's AT&T's copper right where you're standing.
Okay, right here.
That orange there.
Yep.
This is the only one going to the front. This is right here.
And that's our fiber?
That's our fiber.
This one?
And if we're going there, to wherever, we may not be.
We're not going to be anywhere near it.
No.
Okay.
And so I'm going to check this home to see if they have fiber, because if they do, it's coming from the same place.
Okay.
You want me to try that switch?
Nah, I think we'll be, because we don't have any utilities right here. I think we can just dig around and find it. Okay. I hope. This was some video I shot when I was doing the quote, talking to the customer here. And so he was talking about the neighbor's new drainage system and how that was just dumping water right here. His new drainage system and how it was dumping water right there. And this was several days after any rain, and you can see very briefly right there how wet it is and how muddy it stays right there. So we finally have an example on this job of two neighbors who are working together. So we're going to catch this pop-up into the culvert here, and we are going to catch this gutter here into the same thing. And so I gave them a price for hooking this house, neighboring house, into the system, along with the customer here into the system, and they were good with that. So again, always work with your neighbors on drainage problems, because drainage problems are everybody's problems. Good. It's a good 4 feet.
What's the
Yeah.
last one?
But it's plastic.
Yeah. And then you got like a major.
Oh,
Drainage
Jesus.
it's deeper than the other one.
Yep.
Well, no, it's not really deeper. It's smaller, really.
Yep. I think it's plastic.
You think that's plastic?
I think so, yeah.
It might be. Yeah, it looks like plastic. That ductile line.
The customer is going to be having these trees taken out very soon, so he was cool with us just making a nice pathway for us to work here.
If that's where he's dropping if that's where he's digging it.
You remember my last video, you remember that we had a terrible time finding a culvert that we were looking for. And because we didn't have any utilities that we were trying to go over, I found this culvert in about 7 minutes. So this worked out really well, tapping into this culvert, because we were able to find it with no utilities over top of it. This is a 4.5 inch coring bit. It goes on the core drill. And this is the perfect size for the outer diameter of that PVC pipe, so that when you stick your pipe in there, it makes a really, really tight, clean fit to it. And so we've been using this coring bit a couple of times here lately. I've had it for a couple of years and we've never really used it before, but I really like it. It works really well for coring into concrete. So you took the debris out and all that water came flowing out of there?
It did, because it was all stuck behind a pile of leaves. That's actually a couple inches deep in that hole. And there was a couple inches worth of water and debris.
Wow.
Yes, yes indeed.
Okay.
They had not solved the problem. But we will.
Where'd the other ring go? There it is. These usually. Is that made up all the way?
It may be a little long. I've cut it a little long.
Oh, that's okay. This will crush this corrugated too.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with it.
Looks good. That's how you go from corrugated to Schedule 40. And this coupler here, so the existing drainage system, this is Schedule 30, thin wall, 4-inch PVC, and this one went from Schedule 30 to Schedule 40. So now we're heading on down the way. So I always carry all these different fittings on the truck because you never know what you're going to get. And a $5 fitting like that could have stopped this job dead cold. we are finished with this job, so let's take a look. So again, this is another good example of two neighbors working together. So this neighbor caught this gutter. We got rid of the pop-up that was here and got it straight into our culvert. We added a catch basin here for any surface water, and we got rid of that pop-up. And so we're going to be here for another phase of this project where we are going to be exposing this drainage basin here so it'll work correctly, and building up a little bit of a berm. He's going to take all these trees out of here, and we're going to build up a berm across here and into this basin. So we will be revisiting this job hopefully whenever the tree people get done. I am back out here. It's been a few days and it's been raining all night tonight, or I guess this morning, and I wanted to check on this area. I just talked to the homeowner and he said that he was out here during the rain a little while ago and it was really dry out here. So I'm pretty excited about how this came out, and just getting that water from the pop-up that used to be there and the pop-up that used to be there into the culvert directly. And I wanted to mention too that this catch basin will act like a clean out if it ever gets clogged, if that 90 going into that culvert ever gets clogged. So you can pop the top and run a snake or a jetter down in there. So I'm pretty excited about this, and the homeowner's real happy too that we gave that water a place to get out of here.